the nationwide manhunt intensifies for a fugitive linked to a string of killings stretching across the United States, a case that has entangled authorities in a complex web of cult-like affiliations and violent acts. The investigation, gripping the nation's attention, centers on a series of homicides, the most prominent being the tragic death of 44-year-old U.S. Border Patrol agent David Malland. Malland was fatally shot on January 20th during a traffic stop in Coventry, Vermont, a small town nestled approximately 20 miles from the Canadian border. This shocking incident, a harrowing shootout, serves as a grim focal point in a larger, more sinister narrative. The investigation has unveiled a connection between Malland's death and 5 other homicides that have occurred across Vermont, Pennsylvania, and California. These killings are allegedly tied to a secretive group, operating almost clandestinely, described in online communities as a cult-like organization known as the Zizians. The moniker stems from their apparent devotion to a blogger who identifies herself as Ziz, whose online presence appears to have served as a unifying force, attracting individuals who gravitated toward this enigmatic figure and her ideology. The group's methods and beliefs remain shrouded in mystery, adding layers of complexity to an already intricate and disturbing case. Among those implicated are 21-year-old Washington state resident Teresa Youngblood, who faces 2 weapons charges directly related to Malland's killing. She was apprehended alongside German citizen Felix Bockholt, who also uses the name Ophelia in court documents. Both Youngblood and Bockholt had established links to the Zizians, deepening the investigative focus on the group's potential role in the unfolding series of events. Their activities had brought them under surveillance for several days prior to their arrest, triggered by a hotel employee's report of observing Youngblood carrying a firearm, a detail that immediately escalated the situation. The gun's presence and its association with the suspect are being rigorously investigated as a pivotal piece of evidence. The investigation's reach extends further back in time. In November 2019, authorities apprehended 4 individuals: Jack LaSota, 34, using she/her pronouns, Emma Borhanian, 31, Gwen Danielson, and Alexander Letham, 29, during a protest outside a Northern California retreat center. The protest, the group claimed, was a demonstration against alleged sexual misconduct within the rationalist group holding the event. While the connection to the current homicide spree is still being explored, this earlier incident highlights a pattern of disruptive and potentially violent behavior, potentially emanating from the same ideological circles. Adding another layer of complexity to the case, the New Year's Eve 2022 murders of Rita and Richard Zajko in Chester Heights, Pennsylvania, are now also suspected to be linked to this burgeoning investigation. The couple's deaths, brutal and seemingly random, have added further urgency to the search for the remaining fugitive, and a deeper understanding of the Zizians' motivations and methods. The interconnected nature of these seemingly disparate events, the Border Patrol agent's death, the earlier protest, and the Pennsylvania murders, paints a disturbing picture of a network of violence and potentially widespread influence. The hunt continues, fueled by the gravity of the crimes and the urgent need to prevent further tragedies. The investigation is ongoing, with law enforcement agencies across multiple states working collaboratively to unravel the complex threads of this case and bring those responsible to justice, hoping to expose the full extent of the Zizians' activities and ideology. The silence surrounding this secretive group only fuels further the relentless pursuit for answers and justice. The families of the victims await closure as the nation watches with bated breath, hoping for swift resolution and a thorough understanding of the dark forces at play. The quest for justice is far from over, and the search for the remaining fugitive members, believed to be operating within the shadows, intensifies with each passing day.